Welcome to the Safely Controlled Podcast, the show where we think we know what we're talking about, but we're still deeply confused.
That's right, those mysterious, spooky, and sometimes downright ridiculous anomalies that the SCP Foundation works so hard to keep under control.
How do they control them? Why do they control them? Honestly, we're still figuring that out. But hey, we got dice, and that's all we need to choose which SCP we're probably going to mispronounce today.
From homicidal rubber ducks to existentially horrifying vending machines, we're here to explain them to you. Mostly.
So buckle up and suspend your disbelief, and prepare to be entertained by two people pretending they know what's going on. You have anything? We're not coffee drinking, so do we not?
It's not coffee, it's caffeine talk.
Mm-hmm. I got water. I got Turner's tea.
Turner's tea got caffeine.
Turner's tea is only, for people like us that live in this city.
Oh, yeah, it's a Pittsburgh thing.
This was one of the things that Pat McAfee at his show that he had in Pittsburgh, at the very end of the show, he was walking around with like the pint carton of Turner's tea.
Such Pittsburgh.
I feel like if I moved out of Pittsburgh, I would have to somehow, every now and again, I would get Turner's tea delivered.
How?
I don't know.
Flight it
do you
in?
Think? Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you think I could just call Turner's and get it get it delivered?
If you want to waste your money, sure.
Well, I'm gonna drink it.
Tea is tea.
I'm gonna drink it.
But tea.
No. That's the thing. Turner's iced tea is. Name something that you think is better, or do you think it's just all the same?
It's all the same.
Oh no, I feel bad.
Tea is tea.
This is like crack cocaine.
The only thing that I tasted out of them that I thought was like crack cocaine is the half lemonade, half
the black and gold.
Yeah, the black and gold they call it here. But yeah, for the rest of the country, it's an Arnold Palmer. I can't.
For the other, Allegheny County and Westmoreland County are right next to each other.
Yeah,
Arnold Palmer's from Latrobe.
Westmoreland. Yeah, that's the airport's named after him out there.
And the dealership.
Oh yeah,
and
probably a whole bunch of little places.
I always forget that he literally lives right there where he's
from.
Well, yeah,
he's dead, right?
Maybe for sure.
I shouldn't say. He's not alive anymore.
I think he's dead.
He has to be dead. He was like 90 back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's interesting because speaking of golf, from what I understand, the Pittsburgh area has more golf courses per capita than anywhere else in the United States.
Think it has something to do with the mountains or some shit?
I have no idea. I never understood why. I know people that golf, and the ones that do it love it, and it's really relaxing. The most I've ever done is go to a driving range, and that's fun, just whacking balls, back and forth.
There's Oakmont, which I'm trying the U.S. Open. I was telling you about that. The U.S. Open's like a month now, and I was going to go to that.
And that's at Oakmont every single year?
No.
Oh.
Oakmont Country Club, I feel like, has been used, I've only seen it one time before this during, a PGA Tour event.
Okay.
My cousin went there the previous tour that he did. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how that works and what clubs, because there's some tournaments are held at the exact same golf club every year or every season, or however that happens.
But the U.S. Opens, it travels.
It travels, and then
it seems like it's always at Oakmont when it's here. Well, I guess it's
the only one.
It's the only one that's that good.
Regulated by the PGA Tour or whatever.
Oh.
I see. I have no fucking idea how it works.
It's so funny. We try to talk about shit we have no clue about.
That's like 80% podcasts.
Well, there you go.
Most of them are informative. Half of this is we're going to start rambling on about a SCP we never heard about either.
That's true. That's true. All right, fair enough.
So the one thing that I wanted to fill you in, I'm not sure if you actually listened to it because it did come out this morning.
No, I didn't listen to anything this morning.
I also just told you to skim through the SCP that I read by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Listening back at that, I made 3 or 4 different references, and that it was the movie The Faculty, the movie
No Clue.
The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
I remember that.
It reminded me of the TV show Peacemaker with John Cena, and
No
it
clue.
reminded me of something else I don't even remember now. But
John Cena was in a show?
Peacemaker is the DC superhero that he plays.
Oh.
He was in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
they made a
spin-off movie or series?
Yeah,
I never watched
HBO.
It. Was it good?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Really?
It's so good.
I might have to DL that.
It's so goddamn funny. It has no business being funny, but the story's like, it's not terrible. It'll make you want to keep watching it, obviously, but that's James Gunn from, like, he did all the Marvel, oh god.
He did
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, okay.
I think he did all 3 of those movies. Who's the other director that I'm thinking of? Zack Snyder. Was part of the DC stuff. He was the one.
Did he do the Batman?
He did Justice League.
That's
I think he might have done. He did something else
Zack
as well.
Snyder recut. That's why.
Well, he was the original director.
Yeah.
And then I think his daughter or son or somebody, like his child, passed away.
Oh.
Like while he was filming that movie, and then he stepped down as the director. Somebody took over Justice League, like, and this was now what, like 10 or so years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League, its first time around, did so bad. Like, even in theaters, it was just, everybody looked at it as it was terrible.
Story-wise or cast?
I would say it probably has to do with the story itself, but it might have just been, like, the actual, like, the way that it looked, like, the final cut of it, like, because that's all done by whoever's the director. It's just, like, the final editing touches and all that shit. People just hated it.
Mm.
And then Zack Snyder, you know, felt that, and once he was like ready to do it again, or, you know, get back to work, he did that Snyder cut. It was just like, it was like 4 hours long.
Yeah. I remember. I remember the whole hype about it, but I never, because I'm not a DC guy, I never really got into it and watched it.
Oh, my favorite superhero is Batman.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Which one?
Like actor?
Yeah.
So,
like, what do you think I'm talking
about?
Well,
I mean, because
comic book.
I mean, comic book, and then some people would say like the animated series or something like that. I've never really got into like watching, like
the animated.
Any superhero cartoons or anything like that.
Didn't Mark Hamill do Joker or something like that? The voice of Joker.
Yep. In
that series, and I think he's really renowned for that.
I didn't grow up on Michael Keaton Batman. But,
okay.
So like, when it comes to who do I view as Batman, it's Christian Bale. I love the Dark Knight. That trilogy.
Okay, so when someone says Batman in your head, you don't picture anybody but Christian Bale.
Well, that's also the thing, is when I think of Batman, I just think of somebody in a fucking bat suit.
It doesn't matter. But Clooney, I can't see Clooney. Like, I've seen the movie with Clooney as Batman. It just didn't work.
Yeah. Val Kilmer.
Kilmer. I mean, he tried.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
That movie wasn't bad. Like, that was Forever, Batman Forever.
Yeah.
And that was carried by villains.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that movie was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That also kind of has that really weird, I don't know if it was Tim Burton who did. I know he did a couple of Batmans. I want to say he was definitely Michael Keaton's director.
Okay.
But I don't like Tim Burton.
Because he's so
I don't
artsy?
I don't like the look of some of his shit. Like Beetlejuice, I can get around.
Because it's like
somewhat of a cult classic.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I hate that movie.
I never watched it.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I like Claymation in particular. I can't.
It's claymation. It's like they move it, take a picture, move it, take a picture.
Stop motion.
Stop motion. That's it.
I've seen some stop motion. Yeah.
Wallace and Gromit's the best stop motion. Period.
What's his name?
Wallace and Gromit.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
He made a movie that he worked on for like 15 years.
Okay.
I think it's called Mad Dog or Mad God or something.
I've never even heard of it.
I'll look it up here. I watched it one time.
And it was a stop motion?
And it was just like this like hour and a half, 2 hour long, with just nonsense acid trip of this fucking like post-apocalyptic type world of dude traveling underground and shit.
Oh yeah, I never even heard of it.
Oh, I don't think it really like, it wasn't like a theatrical release or anything like that. It was more just a passion project or whatever he was doing for 15 years to make it.
Hey, that's his thing. Good
it
for
looked
him.
really good for stop motion. He also did a Pinocchio movie on Netflix, and it looked really good.
Well, back to Batman. Who's the guy that was in Twilight is the Batman now, right?
Pattinson.
Yeah.
That movie's great, though. And
is it?
And this is like the story arc of The Batman with Robert Pattinson is the crime boss story arc of Carmine Falcone, Thomas Wayne. Because Thomas Wayne was the mob doctor.
Related to Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, his father.
Oh, is that why he got shot? It was a coincidence. Oh,
Joe Chill killed
it comes out.
Martha and Thomas Wayne
in the alley. Yeah.
After the movie or whatever.
Yeah. Or wasn't it like a show?
Yeah, like
they were a Broadway show.
They were
theater
at a
show.
theater.
Yeah.
And then, like that's the whole story arc that I love.
Okay.
Is that Thomas Wayne's the mob doctor and Martha, I don't remember what his fucking mother did.
Okay.
But he was always there to take care of Falcone's like people, and like he was in with the wrong people, the wrong crowd. He was trying to be the right person, but he was also like running for mayor, but everything was backed by a bunch of fucking criminals.
Okay.
So people were looking at the Waynes back in the day like, oh, they're just as corrupt as everybody else. And the story arc that I like is Bruce doesn't know anything about that. And then he has to find out about it
after. I gotta watch those then.
The Telltale series is like that as well.
There's a Telltale Batman.
There's 2 of them.
Game. For what? For everything?
Huh. Right in the same concept.
I mean, I like the Telltale game style. I mean, it's really cool. I just don't think it fits in every type of genre. Like, it just seems like...
I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
I played the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale, and it was bad.
Didn't know there was one.
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think once they did the Walking Dead one, I had my fill.
Which one?
I don't know. Whichever one I played. I don't even remember. Like, it's the first one.
Lee. Black guy.
Yeah.
Then the second one you play as Clementine.
Okay.
The third one
That's the little girl that was in the first. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Grows up, you know.
Yeah.
I want to say by like the end of the series or whatever, because there's 4 of those games.
Okay.
Clementine's probably like late teens, early 20s.
Okay. Well, that's what's happening right now in The Last of Us, because I'm watching that. Or do you not want me to talk about that, by the way you're looking at me?
I don't. That's the Rick Grimes and Michonne thing?
No. The Last of Us.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Insert light bulb.
No, what is
into the
what
screen.
is the ones who lived? That's what I'm thinking of. That's the spinoff that they made. It's just Rick, Michonne, and whoever the fuck else.
There's too many spinoffs.
Yeah,
of Walking Dead.
They
milked the fuck out of that franchise. I mean, come on.
It's not a bad franchise, but like, I stopped watching that show like season some bullshit. The heads on the pikes and then I ended it. I think we have actually talked about that before.
I think we have. Yeah. But back to The Last of Us. I mean, it's excellent show, by the way, if you've never seen it. It's fantastic. And I mean, I never played the games. So, you know when you watch a show and then you start looking shit up on the show because you're so curious about the show, but then you see the goddamn spoilers and what you're reading, and then it happens on the screen and you get all pissed off at yourself. That's exactly what happened to me. And I'm not going to say what happened because I don't want the other person out there feeling the same way that I felt last night. In the brand new season.
Well, this will come out in 2 weeks anyway.
And it's not a secret, but I don't want anybody that didn't play the games to get the same feeling.
Is it about them coming to Pittsburgh?
No, it's about a major character dying. And I didn't know until... And then I looked it up, and it's because the character died in the first game. And I didn't know that. And it bummed me out.
I know about the game. Have you ever seen any clips of the game?
I've seen clips of it, and it looks like the Telltale style. And I don't even know if they had participated in that game. They might have.
Did you see how they mapped out the city of Pittsburgh?
I did not.
It's really good.
Why did they in the game?
Excuse me. I think it was the first. Is there 1 or 2 Last of Us games?
I think there's 2 Last of Us games. I know they just said that they're going to release a season 3 of The Last of Us, and I don't know if that's based on a game or it's just the writers taking liberties.
See, my problem with that game in particular is it's only on PlayStation or on a stupid asshole, and I have no idea.
Oh, is it really? Oh, I didn't know that it was a PlayStation only.
I think so. I think it's only exclusive. Kind of like how Spider-Man is only PlayStation exclusive.
Oh.
They need to go away with that bullshit. So fucking stupid.
Well, I understand why they do what they do to make money, but it does hurt other people. That doesn't hurt. It's just, I know, it makes you buy their product. Yeah, it was a good. I mean, it's a really good series. I'm really enjoying it, and I love the whole. It's a zombie show, but it's not a zombie show because it's not typical zombies.
How's it not a zombie show?
It is, though. It's a zombie show, but it's the reason for the zombies are different. It's a fungus among us.
Oh. See, actually, I have no idea. I have no idea what it is honestly about.
Oh, you've never even...
No, I never...
It's really good.
I never played the game, never watched it.
Well, check it out. It's pretty good. It seems like if you're a true gamer, you have every console so you can play whatever you want.
I'm not a true gamer.
You're also not loaded like some people. Like saying there's people out there that have the money that have you know what I mean?
Oh no, I get you.
Yeah.
My brother has we were talking about Super Nintendos not too long ago.
Yeah.
My brother has a Super Nintendo.
Okay.
And he has the magic cart that goes into the system, and that it has like 800 games on it. Or
wow. Where do you get that? Like, is that something?
Wherever the fuck he got it.
It's probably something you have to get imported or something. They wouldn't sell that.
Which it has like a US version, UK version, Japan versions of every game.
In the cart.
In the cart.
How cool is that?
It's super dope.
That is pretty dope.
And we were sitting there. It was Easter. Me and Anthony and my dad were sitting there playing old games that we would play on our Super Nintendo. We gave it to my dad, and my dad was just like, "This is trippy," because he's like a big ass nostalgia trip.
Again, play Yoshi's Island. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
Next time, yeah. All right, are we gonna do this?
Yeah. So
look at the rating.
Oh shit. Well, here's the thing too. I fucking was looking at this.
You were?
I was skimming through because there is a link somewhere to, maybe it's in that email right here. This is
set of 9. Oh, the books.
Yeah, this is the set of 9, and then they have this. What is this actually?
A poem.
Hark and Know 9. Nope, never mind.
Gnostical.
Gnostical.
It's a silent.
Oh, okay. Hark and Know 9 Gnostical tomes. The snake and spread from the sea to land. 10 that must be gathered, 4 in purgatory we stand. A scald's demise, strong arms of alms, the meme of disguise, mighty trombones.
Rusty?
What do you see?
No,
yeah. The muse of truth, the knowledge lost, the fire that defies the frost, the index inconvenience set, the 8 will find the unfound yet. Ultimate unlocks the door of death for those who wish their final breath. The snake has spread from sea to land. 10 must be gathered, for in purgatory we stand. From the way of undeath on the set of 9.
Whoever wrote that, tripping balls.
Mm-hmm.
But really cool. What does it say there? Cannon Hub, the 9th World Hub?
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Okay.
That's just this part of the site. Part 1 of the set of 9 is the book 2 of 9.
Okay.
And then the second part is the book that we read last week.
Oh, all right.
So we would actually be taking a step back, and then
by going to the first book.
A side story, part 3
of the set of 9.
Side story, part 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, there's.
If anything, I just kind of wanted to read this book because it was mentioned in the other one. The previous episode that we read, or the previous SCP that we read, was the book that you wrote, what type of weapon that you wanted it to make, and then it gave you the schematics and the materials to do so.
Right.
Now, I don't see us getting into that. I didn't read the descriptions or anything like that of the the one that we were reading today, but I would hope that it's kind of similar.
Dude, just read the first sentence.
Part 1 of the set of 9.
Second sentence.
Izanami's.
What? Izanami's?
Oh, his first name. Okay. I thought you were trying to say anomalous for some reason.
No.
Izanamis is an anomalous book that manipulates reality to kill those who touch it or view its pages.
That sounds wicked.
The Chaos Insurgency and the Foundation soon find themselves under its nefarious control, which... Okay, so the other book was the Valraven Corporation and the Foundation. Now it's Chaos in the Foundation.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so dive in. Oh, by the way, this is just as long as the other one. I did I was looking for all the links.
Okay.
So that opens up.
Oh, geez. That's fine.
And then that's an email that opens up. And then that. And that.
How about we stop clicking links? There you go. And then that. So and that's the whole breach, and that's a fucking timeline. All right.
Jesus Christ.
No wonder it's rated a 43.
Yeah, because nobody wants to read the whole fucking thing?
Maybe. Or after they read it, they're like, oh, I'll give it something.
I lost the bar, so I have to do this. It might take a while. We could skip through it, too, a little bit there, but...
You're the one with the wheel. Special containment procedures. SCP 6419 is to remain in a plexiglass case inside Site 78's Pataphysics Department. SCP 6419 is not to be handled or opened by any living being. If it is to be moved for any reason, then the usage of robotics or drones are to be used. If opened, no personnel are to look at its pages. In case of testing, one pig specimen is to be exposed to the book via drone. Mobile Task Force, Epsilon 26, also known as Shinigami's Eyes, are to monitor the subject, intervene to save the life of the subject if requested by the supervising researcher, and mitigate containment breaches caused by SCP-6419. So the description of it, SCP-6419 is a leather-bound hardbook cover with a blank front and back cover. On the spine of SCP-6419 is an engraving that reads 2 of 9. The book's primary effect is activated when a sentient being touches the book or views its contents directly. This effect will extend to the last person to view or touch SCP-6419 once the current target expires. So if there's 2 people, one person looks at it, the second person looks at it, the second person gets the effects because it's after the first person.
They said something about this, so they're using a pig before this earlier? They're just going to, a pig specimen?
A pig specimen is to be exposed by the book via drone.
Because that was going to be my first question is, if you don't see it with your naked eye, if you see it through a camera lens, will it still fuck with you? Which is, that's huge.
Yeah.
How do you never mind. How do you know where to store it? It's constantly wrapped up and shit
it's in plexiglass.
Yeah, I mean,
they can't be opened.
Yeah, but what is the plexiglass? Can you see through it? Is what I'm getting at?
Yeah, but the book's not open. Once you open the book and look inside the book.
Once you make contact with the book.
Right. And see it with your own eyes.
Speaking of which, while a subject makes contact with or views 6419, a new story will be written in its pages at a rate of 40 words per minute through unknown anomalous means. Within 60 seconds of the words being written, the anomaly will then begin manipulating persons, weather patterns, and anomalies, among other variables, to make the story a reality. The range of its effects is currently unknown, although 6419 has controlled phenomena in a radius of at least 8 kilometers. So if you're writing, whatever you're reading is happening around you?
Well, a new story will be written in its pages. So as soon as you touch it at the rate of 40 words per minute.
Fuck.
And then in 60 seconds of the words starting, it'll start manipulating persons, weather patterns, and anomalies to make the story that it's writing a reality.
Maybe it's just writing whatever the hell's happening in that moment. Or maybe whoever's touching it, it's a memory. I like that guess.
I guess we'll find out more.
The book is believed to have a low of sentience as its methods appear to become more focused on over time in an intelligent manner. Each additional story seemingly enhances the effectiveness, speed, and lethality of the next story. This level of escalation currently has no known upper limit. Subjects targeted by the book's effects may be spared by what is written on the pages. But the book will employ increasingly extreme methods to terminate the subject. It will eventually reach a point where even those who attempt to save the subject of the anomalous focus will also be put at risk. While others may be harmed or killed in the process, no new target's going to be created by assisting the main target of 6419. So if you read it, or if you touch it or even look at it, whatever, and I don't, and if I even try to help you, I'm going to get fucked up.
Yeah, no wonder this thing's dangerous as shit. Discovery on December 1st, 2022. Mobile Task Force Epsilon 26 raided a warehouse belonging to a cell of the Chaos Insurgency located in North America. The mission was completed without any casualties and resulted in the deaths of 28 hostiles. SCP 6419 was recovered from the raid inside a plexiglass container along with the instructions for the object.
And now what we're looking at here is some sort of instruction list, obviously. DCIRO? Cicro?
DeCiro?
Ciro? Ciro?
DeCiro? I don't know.
DeCiro catalog number SC-186-22327. Document type, step fragment. Dates received June 10th, 2021 through undefined. Operation status open. Forward. Read clearly. Gamma class of cell number 59. Delta Command has procured the book that we have sent to you in accordance with Operation Izanami. You are to hold the book until told otherwise. Keep all insurgency personnel from reading its pages or touching the book directly. Hereafter, I, Red Scar, give you the steps of the plan as transcribed by the engineer of Chaos Insurgency. Step 1. Receive the book and leave it in the warehouse. Step 2. Go on about your business. Don't touch it. Making sure nobody fucks with it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to fuck with it.
Someone's going to fuck with it. The object was classified as SCP-6419 and initially marked as safe. Shortly after the mission, Epsilon 26-8 committed by placing the tip of his M4A1 rifle to his chin and pulling the trigger. Epsilon 26-8 had handled the book before handing it over to the Foundation for Containment. The object was then reclassified as Euclid, and testing began under the supervision of researcher Todd Jackson. Addendum 6419-01. The following tests are from the first round of testing SCP-6419. No interventions were allowed. Unremarkable tests have been omitted, so these are all remarkable tests. Summary of tests 1 through 8. Early tests on SCP-6419 with pig specimens showed that the anomaly would take the easiest route to kill the animal with what was closest. Put a pig alone in a room and it dies of a heart attack. Place a pig in a room with a D-class armed with a weapon, and the D-class will kill the pig. I'm sorry, I needed a second to absorb that. Put it alone and it dies of a heart attack. So somehow it'll kill it. One way or another. Whatever's the closest. You put the pig in there instead of it dying of... Wouldn't a pig just dying of a heart attack be easier than the D-class weapon shooting him? Every time?
Why? Wait a minute. Easiest route to kill the animal that was closest.
Yeah. So the only thing that could kill the animal if it was alone in a room was a heart attack.
Because it did... I was going to say, it did say that... It goes after the first person until somebody else looks at it.
Right.
So it going after its first initial target before it goes after anything else. But why would the D-class
because he has a weapon.
Yeah, but why would he go after the pig and kill it?
Somehow the book... I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he read the book.
Maybe he's too close.
I thought we weren't going to get any results that way, and I decided to use the anomaly on a D-class with over 40 potential methods of determination. It was a drastic move, but yes, SCP-6419 chose a method that was more complex and grand. I wanted to continue with human trials to see how the anomaly affects the mind of sentient beings, but Director Richter mandated that no more D-class be exposed to the book for ethical concerns. I agree, and in hindsight, I should have thought about it before throwing life away like that. We have a few more tests planned. If nothing comes of them, we're going to shelve it. Researcher Jackson.
It's really funny that they actually are like, hey, we can't just keep exposing D-class to this because
we're going to run out of D-class.
We're just going to run out of Dougs. All the Dougs are going to die, and we're not going to have any more. Second of all, I legit hate whatever's going on the screen. Do you see this?
What are you talking about?
It's like there's like these little white dots that keep floating up. Do you see
dude.
That?
Yeah.
It's a part of this SCP.
It is.
It's shit, like, obviously.
Yeah, it's some sort of script.
Yeah, like if I fucking go down, it's not going to
it's not there. It's because it's that.
I legit am sitting here going, oh no, I don't want to say it.
No, I see it now.
Because because as soon as you were like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, fuck.
No,
My brain's melting.
All
anyway.
Right. All right, so test number 6419-09. Now I can't not see it. Thank you.
Oh, well, now, there's too much gray there.
Yeah, well, that's why. Testing methodology. 1 male pig, 1 female D-class. The female D-class is to be given a handgun and told to execute him. Both are to touch the book, pig first.
Oh, both are, okay.
Yeah, both have to touch the book. That's why they're, that answers that question.
Sure.
The description, after the pig is exposed to the anomaly, D, 1958, terminates the subject, verbally and visually expressing remorse at having to do it. She picks up the book and then reads from it, and despite being spattered with blood, D, 1958, does not appear to have trouble reading. She says verbatim, Jonah, oh, he's dead. Sad. Samantha, D, 1958, has gone the intended deed, and in doing so has eluded her grim fate. After several minutes, nothing anomalous or of note happened to D, 1958. She was returned to her holding cell following a 20-minute observation period.
Oh no, he's dead. That's sad. And then Samantha has done an intended deed and is doing as eluded her grim fate. It's literally writing what's happening.
Oh, but she says it though.
I think she's just reading.
She's reading what the. Oh, okay.
And I think whatever the book is writing down is what's happening in the room.
Okay.
Or what's happening after it gets touched initially.
Oh, that's interesting. Notes. Interestingly, we found a loophole, and I didn't even need to waste a D class. Perhaps the rest of these tests can be run with animals. Stunningly, the book showed surprise at the actions taken by D, 1958. Perhaps we shouldn't stop testing just yet. There may be more to explore here. Researcher Jackson. Petition to cease testing is next.
Yeah, this is a email.
Okay.
From researcher Gregory Chudley to researcher Jackson.
Okay.
Hello, researcher Jackson. It has been a while since we spoke. I don't even know if you remember me or not, but I learned a lot from the mentorship program I was in with you. Anyway, I was assigned to your team to provide materials and other equipment for testing, but I thought you were going to stop after this. You've asked for firearms and nitroglycerin. I think you are escalating things way too much for a thing that kills you. I know you have a history of intense testing, but what if this thing is getting stronger? I think we're playing with fire here. We don't realize it yet. What if it figures out how to direct itself into getting touched again? If the book decided that it would be amusing if one of us tried to by walking straight into the O5 Council and offering one of them, what would we do about it? What if it leaked sensitive information? It seems to know the names everyone it writes about. I know these things are way above my pay grade, but I thought I'd just ask.
Chudley, it's good to hear from you again. I had seen you'd been reassigned to me. I assure you I didn't forget that little narrativistics debacle we got into a couple of months ago. I understand that what I'm planning seems a little rash, but I think there's something still to be learned about the narratives that this thing is capable of crafting. As long as we follow procedures as we always do, it should be completely safe. I admit that my use of the D class was a little overzealous, but sometimes sacrifices have to be made for science. The nature of our work is to get to the bottom of every mystery, as you know in pataphysics. The beginning is just as important as the ending. I assure you, Chudley, everything will be all right.
I kind of, I don't know why I just thought about this, and as of right now, I only have what I remember when we recorded it. I haven't edited the other episode of the 6 of 9.
Yeah.
What does this book have to do with that other SCP? I was honestly trying to
think it's just that it's.
No, I know it's part of the set. I'm trying to remember why this was in the link, and I just have to go back and figure that out.
They were just talking about other ones. I don't think it was anything particular. Addendum 6419-02. The following tests are from the second series of SCP 6419's testing. This battery of tests was conducted to see how interventions change SCP 6419's effects. Site Director Richter barred access to firearms for these tests despite Jack's request. So test number 6419-16. The methodology of this test was: number 1, a male pig is in an empty room. 2, medical and 1 mobile task force personnel on standby for 3 interventions. SCP-6419 is to be removed from the room after it is touched by the subject. Description of event. The subject was administered nitroglycerin to prevent a heart attack. A minute later, the doctor who administered it attempted to terminate the pig with a scalpel, but was stopped by Epsilon 26-2. Another minute went by, and Epsilon 26-2 proceeded to terminate the subject with his knife before a researcher could intervene. We didn't even make it to 3. I should have thought that it would use our own mobile task force against us. I guess not having the mobile task force be armed made the book's job a little harder, but even if he didn't have a knife, the anomaly would have found a way. It always does.
Did he kill... Yeah, okay, never mind. He killed the pig.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, if the book can't have its way, then it's going to find its way. So, like, obviously, it's trying to give the pig a heart attack.
Yeah.
And once the person that's administering the medicine to the pig, then that person's going to be told to kill the fucking pig.
Yeah.
And then once you stop that person
then
from
the
killing
third
the fucking
person,
pig, and then you kill the fucking pig.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the pig's going to die no matter what.
No matter what, pig's dying.
Test number 20. The methodology, male pig in the middle of a field, 2 medical and 6 mobile task force personnel on standby for 5 interventions. The 5th and last attempt came when a lightning strike struck the drone carrying 6419, causing it to drop the book and it fell open, nearly exposing nearby medical personnel to its pages. Another lightning strike then terminated the pig.
So what the hell's causing the lightning strikes?
I think it's just weather. Oh no, it could be the book.
The book, yeah.
It did say the weather pattern thing.
So it freaking can like drop lightning bolts on people. This is sick.
Strangely enough, it didn't try the heart attack route or have the mobile task force fire on it. I wonder if it could be experimenting with new methods, or perhaps it knew that it would be on standby with necessary medical interventions. A new development is that it seems to have directly tried to spread its effects on one of our staff. I hope this does not become a pattern.
Okay, test number 6419-36. The methodology. So we got 1 male pig in an empty room, 4 medical, and 8 mobile task force personnel on standby for 10 interventions total, I guess. Wow. Okay, so...
They're going to stop taking it outside now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, why would you, since lightning can come down? Okay, so initial 7 interventions removed for brevity. The subject was able to get away from medical staff trying to provide nitroglycerin for a cardiac event. As it fled from the research staff, the subject managed to get inside of a testing chamber before it expired, where researcher Michael Jones was working with SCP 6108. Upon sighting the subject, researcher Jones fired the anomaly at it, devolving them into a pile of whatever.
Oh!
Whatever the fuck that is, it's cool.
Oh, hold on. A description of 3108. Heavily modified Nerf brand dart gun, which demonstrates anomalous transformative properties when paired with 3801-1, a foam dart discovered loaded within 38. At the time of recovery, 3108 does not demonstrate these properties when firing Nerf darts other than that one that it came with. Nor does the dart demonstrate with the gun, or other guns rather. Oh, that's actually really sick. Here's a picture of this fucking Nerf gun. This looks like a wingman out of
that looks steampunky.
Yeah, it looks super awesome.
I love it.
Anyhow.
I love it when people like mod shit like that. Notes. Perhaps it is learning. We never had a test where it initiated 2 factors of death. Even if we had managed to inject the nitro, it still would have made it into that cell. It's a shame we couldn't have reached our target interventions, but we learned something else. It appears that 6419 is aware of the anomalous and can control them in some shape or fashion. I consider this the ultimate escalation. This is what we're waiting for. I will get to the bottom of your mysteries, SCP-6419.
No, you won't. It's inquiry into tests being performed by researcher Todd Jackson. I think this might be...
this has to stop. Okay.
I think this is Richter approaching Jackson and telling them, like, hey, cut the shit.
Cut the shit, right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the camera turns on, showing researcher Jackson in a leather office chair. He is currently fidgeting his fingers, looking impatient. Stating my name and title for the record, Site 78 Director Leah Richter. Interviewing Todd Jackson on recent testing on SCP-6419, specifically test numbers 12 and 36.
Is everything all right? I believe I've been following protocol to a T.
Listen, Todd, there are people above me who are concerned with what's been happening here at our site.
There's nothing to be concerned about. I'm following the procedures as we outlined.
Nothing to be concerned about? How about putting our personnel at risk? We've had several instances where someone was nearly exposed to that anomaly.
Leah, you know that there's always risk in our work. Everyone knew the risk when they signed on to work this anomaly.
Well, all I'm seeing is more and more added risk. I have a proposal here from you about cross-testing? Absolutely not.
Richter, you've got to be kidding me. Think of the opportunities that we're missing out on.
The last thing we need is a book in the hands of an anomaly. We don't know how it would act, or any of them could control its effect. Speaking of your recklessness, let's talk about 36.
What about it? It was quite the tale.
That's not how I would describe it. 6419 is aware where we kept SCP-3108. Doesn't that concern you in the slightest? My bosses are furious, and they want you gone, but they left it to me to make the decision. I better hear a good explanation as to why I should let you continue testing, or you're being reassigned.
Because I am at the apex of my research. We finally confirmed it can control anomalies. If you just let me continue my test, we can develop a method using the pigs as subjects to use the book to lure out anomalies in the field and contain them. We just keep the pig alive long enough in the area we expect the anomaly to be in, and it should not only lure it out, but it should tell us information about it.
You may have a point, Todd, but I can't excuse the waste of resources. I want to trust the work you're doing is for the best, but I think this is a lost cause.
I'm 100% confident in writing on the wall within SCP 6419. Please, let me finish my research, Leah. You know me. You know I can get results.
Fine, but no more breaches. You're to conduct your research using proper safety protocols. I'm also capping you at 65 tests. If I don't see a method on how to properly lure anomalies out by then, or any Foundation personnel or D-Class die during your efforts, we're locking SCP-6419 back in their container, and you'll be reassigned to another project. End of this inquiry.
The book was aware where that gun was being kept.
It's sentient.
I don't know if it's even a good thing to keep the book on that site. If you have other shit on the site, maybe it needs like its own site.
So, like with an 8 kilometer radius around it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is an email.
Is another one?
This is to researcher Jackson from Maria Johnston.
So Maria
she's back.
Yeah, she's back. Okay, you want me to read it?
Hey, go ahead.
Okay, hail. Oh, hey, hail.
Hail.
Hey, hail. Hello, Researcher Jackson. If you couldn't tell from this email, this is Johnson of Parabiological Sciences. If you weren't aware, you're receiving all of your pigs from my department, and after what happened with Researcher Jones, I cannot in good faith keep supporting this project, so I'm cutting off your supply of pigs. If you want any more test subjects, you'll have to source them from somewhere else. This email should have come from Chudley, but he doesn't seem to care, saying he tried to stop you once and isn't going to bother you again. Well, unlike his lazy self, I have to say something. If you continue down this path, I'm going to submit a report to the Ethics Committee to have your research shut down. SCP-6419 is a dangerous anomaly that is clearly capable of getting past our containment measures. I don't know if you noticed, but our testing chamber was locked when the pig entered. You don't think it's weird that the pig walked up to the door and suddenly opened for it?
Oh, fuck.
Right? Please, behalf on our safety, stop testing with this thing.
Reply email. Johnson, I understand your concerns, but you can't just cut me off like this. We are this close to cracking the secret of the book. We can't stop now because of a few accidents. You will see in the end that the research is for the betterment of humanity and the world at large. You can go ahead and send that report if you want, but in the bureaucratic nightmare that is ethics handling paperwork, they won't get it for a month. In the containment thing, I think it was standing too close to the reader and it would pick up my card. Some of the ones around this place are really faulty. You see by the end we've cracked its book story that I will have turned itself evil into good.
Oh, so he's saying he had a key card on him and he was standing too close to the reader.
Yeah.
And the pig didn't just...
I think he's making shit up.
He's making shit up, yeah. Fuck this guy.
I'm just going to try to recap this like right now. You have the book. You have Johnson... not Johnson. Jackson working on him being the lead researcher on this SCP, and he has no problem with using animals as test subjects. He has no problem using people. D-class.
That's either. The thing. He's using people like they're candy.
But he's also, I understand why he's doing the research, and I understand like the whole process. Now he wants to try and use the book to contain other anomalies. but like if the book is learning just by sitting
It's
there,
getting
knows
too
where other
smart.
SCPs, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So why would you want to keep giving it any more information than it already has?
He's more worried about like the end game.
I think what he wants the book to have like trust in him or something.
I don't know. He's like believes in the book way too much.
All right. So here's Jackson and oh Jesus Christ, you want to be Doug? You get to be Doug.
I'm gonna be one of the Dougies.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, her name's Samantha.
I'll be Samantha.
You know what? This was following was recovered. Researcher Jackson's files. The video Jackson is speaking with D-Class member 1958 off the record. It is believed that Jackson and 1958 have a cordial relationship while working on 6419. The video was never logged and has been added to the file to provide context.
All right, so
She was the one that killed the pig.
Oh, okay.
I remember this now.
So okay. So this is like
because she picked up the book and Samantha popped up.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Hello, Doctor. What brings you down to the D-Class quarters?
D19. Do you mind if I call you Samantha?
Yeah, you can, Doctor. What's wrong? You seem stressed.
I am Samantha, and sorry for the recording. I needed it to have a reason to come down here, so officially this is now an interview.
Yeah, from the looks of it, I'm interviewing you.
If you want to know what's wrong, the parabiology department cut off our supply of pigs, so tests are postponed indefinitely now. I know you've been worried about the lingering effects of the anomaly on you, but I'm not going to be able to gather any more data. You piece of shit.
You can't stop now, Doctor. I'm the only thing this book has spared, right? What if it's just waiting to do something to me later? If it wanted 2 lives, it only got 1. What if it needs to balance its ledger?
I understand your concern, but my protege, my boss, and now the head of parabology is on my ass. I don't even have any subjects to use within the book now. I can't use one of you guys for obvious reasons.
Then just go buy some pigs. I think there's a local farm somewhere close by. It'll even help these last couple of tests.
I think I should have the money for a couple, but I don't know. What if everyone's right?
Look, I'm no scientist. I got 20 for wire fraud, but I know a good deal when I see one. You're a smart guy, and when you prove to your bosses that there's more to this book than just killing, they'll be patting you on the back and naming a wing after you.
You're right, Samantha. But I have to ask, why do you think it spared you?
I get the feeling those pages are hiding a deeper purpose. It needs me for something big, and by helping you, I think we'll find out just what.
Oh, so these motherfuckers, like, okay, I never even realized that. How did she get spared? I don't want to scroll up because I don't get fucking lost. But the only thing I remember is she's the one like killed the pig.
Yeah.
And she read the book. She touched and read the book.
I don't know.
She has some lingering effects that are from reading or touching the book, both, whatever. And he is trying to help her out because he probably feels fucking guilty about it.
Scroll back
which he
up.
should be.
Scroll back up.
What?
I know you didn't want to scroll back up, but let's go back to where it happened. I want to see what it says exactly.
Oh no, he's dead, sad, had gone, intended deed is doing well. After several minutes, nothing anomalous or note happened to Samantha. She was returned to her holding cell following a 20-minute observation period.
So he just, the book decided not to kill her.
We found a loophole, and I didn't even need to waste a D class. Suddenly, the book showed surprise at the actions taken by
D1958 by Sam.
Maybe she's just the chosen one.
Like what, Neo?
I'm not even fucking around.
I'm sorry, I didn't know this was a serious discussion.
I literally, I just don't know why it would fucking save her and make everyone.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out if we keep going. But that's the
other thing is nobody else looked at the book.
Right.
Like the people of the mobile task force and the other like
they
medical
didn't.
team.
And she did.
Yeah.
So why?
And read it.
Yeah. So she's like immune
mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Another test. This is test 60.
Yeah.
Wait, she said something about a cap limit. I think it was like 65 or something like that.
Right.
So he's getting near the end of his bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Female D class, a female Doug, was escorted by one male pig outside a small rural town. After nearly 30 attempts on its life,
D1958. That's Sam.
That's Sam?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
After nearly 30 attempts on its life, Sam and the subject attempted to flee from an angry mob trying to execute the pig for perceived crimes.
Where are they? In a little village in Europe?
It was then that SCP 1233 landed on top of a subject, terminating him instantly.
Oh, I can't wait to see what the hell that is.
Data from the team assigned to 1233 showed that the pig appeared to have been lured to 1233's exact landing trajectory.
What the hell is that? It's a spacesuit?
Is it like is it the chair, the mechanism? Hold on. One more time. Description. Humanoid entity of unknown composition, which usually resembles an individual wearing an EMU-type spacesuit with opaque visor and attached extravehicular propulsion jetpack.
You know what? Congrats on that. You did really good.
Equipment worn by 1233. So it's not an it's
not suit.
Human. It's the suit or whatever is inside the suit.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It's the whole persona is the anomaly, whether it be a person or not.
This is literally the picture, and it's just that it's like this kind of reminds me of the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know why.
It's the smile.
So a spacesuit on a fucking jetpack landed on the pig.
That is so great.
Wait a minute, that's so. Oh my god!
Because it was probably up in space, and then the pig pulled it down. Instead of lightning, there were no clouds, right?
Bro, I didn't even fucking think of that.
Right?
It literally brought the other SCP down onto the fucking pig
because
to kill it.
Yeah, because there's probably a
weather patterns.
Right.
Here's another SCP that we have. We're gonna fuck it exact landing trajectory.
Right.
I didn't even think about that. That's fucking
Isn't
nutty.
that awesome?
I was hoping that with this test,
this one rated so low?
I was hoping that with this test, we could have lured an anomaly, but according to our radar, Moon Champion was going to arrive there anyway. And then that's probably the name of 1233.
Yeah.
I was worried about Samantha participating in this. She nearly got killed a few times, but she can adamant that there was still in something about the anomaly I'm missing.
So she still has an affection. Like there's a connection between 1958 and this anomaly and the SCP.
And by the way, that it went out with the pig, and it killed the fucking pig and did not kill Samantha.
Right.
She's chill. 64.
64. We're getting close to the end here. Here we go.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake, there's so many.
I know.
It's just gonna get more and more involved.
That's all right. I don't give a shit anymore. This is great. This event proved to be the longest any subject has survived, with over 45 attempts made on his life. Such attempts included 6419 manipulating SCP-4230 to give the subject an adversary to terminate them. Are we going to look that up? Yes, we are.
6430 being a description. The website.
It's a website.
Is believed to have been first established by a member of Gamers Against Weed.
What? That's
also known by the handle Peppa's Pig Strongest Soldier 1337.
There's no such thing as Gamers Against Weed.
So manipulating the website to give the subject adversary to terminate them.
I don't know what that means.
The book is manipulating a website?
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Next.
Nearly being mauled after a researcher solved SCP-1313 in the subject's vicinity. Let's see what that is.
Nearly being mauled after a researcher solved 1313 is the anomalous series of logical processes capable of being defined as mathematical equations to which the answer is a single female of what looks like a bear.
Yeah.
The equation of itself does not appear to be inherently anomalous, but rather a quirk of mathematics. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, a bear.
It's a bear, somehow. A researcher telling a bad joke to SCP-504 and the subject stepping into the crossfire. Please click on that. What the fuck is that? A tomato.
What?
Description. A tomato, species of tomato physically and genetically identical to that of a commercially grown tomato. It was recovered in blank, Kentucky, after a woman reported to the police that her farmer husband had been murdered by his lunch. Okay, when a poor attempt at humor is made verbally within human hearing range of SCP-504's tomatoes, they instantly accelerate to a speed of at least 100 miles an hour in direction of the sound source. Only mature tomatoes separated from their vines and less than 10% rotted or chemically compromised exhibit this effect once each. Tomatoes do not have to be physically intact, although ingested tomatoes are usually insulated enough from sound to prevent their effects before neutralization by stomach acid. So tomatoes just Whenever there's a bad joke, tomatoes come at you at 100 miles an hour. That is so funny.
It's so... Oh my God.
You know what?
As soon as I read that, I was like, I told a bad joke and got killed by a cross. I thought it was going to be a gun. It's a fucking tomato plant.
Would a tomato coming at you at 100 miles an hour kill you?
I mean, I guess it depends on where it hits you. If it hits you in the fucking head, try taking a baseball to your...
There's a big difference between a baseball and a tomato.
Yeah, it's a little bit softer. I'm pretty sure.
Don't get me wrong, it would hurt like shit.
Yeah,
but I don't think it would kill you.
I guess, like I said, it could fuck you up.
It could fuck you up, but not
maybe not kill you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There was a little.
If it was like a tomatoes. 3, maybe a baby tomato. Yeah.
Maybe they're not real tomatoes. I don't know.
It says they're real tomatoes.
It did say that. I got so fucking lost in that. That was nuts.
Oh, it cracks me up.
Read the goddamn notes.
All right, let's go back. Where are we? All right, this has gone long enough. I'm ending testing on this anomaly. If any of those D-class were compelled to keep spreading the effect of the book, we could all be dead. Director Richter.
Okay, cool. Finally.
Finally, maybe it was the final tomato.
But that's insane that...
I love it.
In a standard testing chamber, alone and a pig... Such attempts included 3 different SCPs got involved in this one. This one goes on. It's so funny.
Oh, okay. What's
timeline?
I think this is the last part of this SCP.
Oh fuck! A breach of the book.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice.
At 1200 on the nose, without authorization and pending reassignment, researcher Jackson removed SCP 6419 from its containment.
Asshole.
Dummy. Within the following minutes, the procedures of several Keter-class anomalies fail and break containment, causing numerous casualties. 10 minutes later, several mobile task force units, including Epsilon 26, are deployed on scene to recapture the anomalies. Agents belonging to the Chaos Insurgency can be seen on the perimeter cameras but do not converge on the site. 12:15, researcher Johnson along with Epsilon 26-9 are seen evacuating researchers from their workstations. 5 minutes later, 2010, researcher Jackson is seen pressing SCP-6419 onto the chest of a passing security officer. He appears to be reading through its pages and mumbles.
Who, though? Wait, what?
A passing security. He takes the book and handed it to someone, puts it on their chest.
Oh, yeah, it's the security officer reading it.
Yeah, so the next thing at 12:30, the security officer heads to the security office and disables all of Site 78's perimeter security. The security officer then terminates themselves with a handgun.
Oh, God damn it.
Explosions rock the walls of Site 78 shortly after, as Chaos Insurgency agents can now walk through the perimeter unimpeded. Though the specific cell hasn't been identified, they are believed to have been under the command of the person of interest known as the Red Scar. Did we deal with the Red Scar before?
It does sound familiar. I think it was even just earlier.
It was mentioned. Yeah. 12:35. Chaos Insurgency agents engage with Foundation Mobile Task Force forces. Researcher Johnson is trapped with half of Epsilon 26 inside of the Parabiological Sciences Department. 12:40. Researcher Chudley is seen helping evacuate the D-Class to a more secure location. D-1958 is able to break away in the chaos and picks up a rifle from a deceased Mobile Task Force agent. She starts heading towards Researcher Jackson's current location.
I thought she fucking snapped for a second.
At 0100, Foundation combat personnel have lost 25% of their forces. All anomalies have been moved to emergency holding cells, but the Red Scar and a few of her special forces remain on site. Now there's a video recording. Researcher Jackson is in his office reading SCP-6419's pages.
Okay.
This is not good.
All right, so...
It's just degraded.
Before we even fucking go on in that, so finally this guy just ended up touching the book himself, and now I'm actually kind of happy to see where this actually ends up going. Because
I didn't think we'd get an ending to this.
I didn't think that he would actually fuck around with it himself.
Right.
He's going to go in, touch it. And that's when it said, who was reading the pages there. I could just imagine him opening the book and showing it to that security guard. Turned out to be a really cool ending. Researcher Jackson is safe from the chaos around him. He only needs to wait until the mobile task forces have cleared out of the Chaos Insurgency. Oh, good. That's good. What happens next? Researcher Jackson is nearing the final act of his story. A figure opens the door.
And it is D-1958, the one that was spared, but not really. Those who are spared can be directly possessed by me. Now, please stop reading from my pages, Jackson. I don't want you to see any spoilers.
Samantha. Wait, no. The way you're speaking, you're the anomaly.
She stopped being Samantha the moment she entered my pages. Now I assume you have some questions.
I do. To start, why not just start with a heart attack all the time? It's really simple and efficient.
But that's boring, especially when you've got nitro on standby. You always have to mix it up. Use a knife, it's available. Maybe a stroke. There's more than one way to kill a pig.
The next thing is about our conversations. You were encouraging me to keep testing on you, but were those thoughts even my own? Did you convince me, or was this just a part of your plan?
It didn't matter what I said. I just needed you to believe that you'd been convinced by me. However, as it turns out, your actions and thoughts were all directed by yours truly. We've had a lot of fun together, Jackson. Although I was really stretching it with your plot armor, allowing you to continue testing despite all the trouble you caused.
So Director Richter wasn't being lenient?
Psh, when is she ever lenient? She nearly fires Chudley every week for being a minute late. Oh, you naive little man. Every moment up to this point has been orchestrated by Izanami's Grimoire. I cooked up this vile plot by the Chaos Insurgency. I knew this was going to be tough. I cooked up this vile plot by the Chaos Insurgency to trick the Foundation into picking up the book and then falling into your hands. You would feed me as many stories as possible, trying his best to save my victims, but it was only making me stronger. Then, as everyone started to shun you for your actions, you would come crawling to someone who shared your interest, me. Did you know that I don't have to kill the first person who touches me? I can keep a person in the back pocket and switch victims if I like.
What the
What a dick.
This fucking book sucks.
Yeah. Oh.
No, that's impossible. I never touched the book before today. Wait. When the Sigmas got back, 8 handed me. Oh, God, he handed me the book.
Oh, you got it all figured out, huh? Well, let me tell you this little secret. When I told you there was a ledger that needed to be balanced, this is me balancing it. So D-1958 terminates Researcher Jackson and takes SCP 6419 from his body. They leave and are seen walking down the halls of the pataphysics department. They arrive in front of Researcher Chudley and the rest of the D-class survivors.
D-1958? Where did you come from? Did you get lost?
I was just tying up a loose end. I managed to get that book from earlier.
Put that down right now.
Why? It's been a minute. I know how all this works. I know how scared you are right now, Chudley. I wrote you to be this way, and you'll make for a lovely story in my pages. Chudley moves to shield a few nearby Class D. Oh, so she opens the book, and he moves over to try to shield them from seeing it.
Everyone close your eyes now!
Researcher Johnson enters the frame of the camera wearing ear protection and tosses a flashbang that bathes the footage in white light for 10 seconds. A gunshot is heard, and then when the flash clears, D-1958 has been terminated. There is a groaning and sounds of pain from the survivors.
God, my ears are ringing.
Sorry, Chudley. Oh, you probably can't hear me. And then Johnson turns her head. Sigmas, someone find a drone and get this thing secured.
That would be the end of that recording.
Yeah.
I like how Researcher Johnson just fucking comes in out of nowhere and fucking throws a flashbang and just saves.
Well, yeah, just like Rambo or some shit.
Shoots Samantha or whatever the hell in the head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's nuts. That was nuts.
And then the last very thing.
At 1:30, the Red Scar manages to escape from 78. The Red Scar being the author of the book, which Samantha being the Red Scar, I think.
But I thought they shot.
Oh no.
Well,
no. What the fuck? The Red Scar manages to escape from Site 78, leaving 4 mangled mobile task force in her wake. Epsilon 26 begins to do a sweep of the remaining departments. The remaining CI commandos are captured and sent for process.
Yeah.
So it was basically this really elaborate plan. I don't know if it has anything to do with just putting the book in a spot where they were saying, if we put the book, leave it in the hands of the Foundation, then they can get some information about whatever fucking SCPs that they wanted information about. Mm-hmm. That gun, the fucking 100-mile-an-hour tomatoes.
Those are great.
The bear.
The bear was cool.
There's just this was not just one SCP.
No, this was many.
Even last week's was not just one SCP.
No,
obviously it led us to this one.
Right. And well, this one ends, right? But now we've got other books to do.
Yeah, there's more books. I mean, obviously there was that thing. It said something.
Are we going to do all the books?
I mean, eventually. There was not a link to another book.
No.
I mean, obviously there's the link to the entire set of 9.
Right. We did 2 and then we did 1.
6419 and we did 6950.
So the next one would be book 3. That one.
7990.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want to read it.
Yeah, we'll save it for another time.
Yeah, eventually I'm sure we'll I wouldn't be a surprise if we just roll one of these one day.
Yeah.
Or just stumble upon it in another fucking SCP.
Oh yeah.
We can roll any one of the random numbers that we popped up in this one.
Or let us know out there if you guys want us to focus on another one or just move on.
Oh, part 4, set of 9, Gamers Against Weed.
Oh. We got to do that one. It's okay.
So that one was a part of that. I like how we were just like, we found this set of 9 and now this is our thing right now.
I'm cool with it. I'm down with checking them all out.
As far as this book goes, this was just as interesting as the book that created the goddamn weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, this one was more along the...
It's rated lower, but I liked it. I get why they came with thumbs up or thumbs down as opposed to a number scale.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is a thumbs up, but putting it on a number scale, I don't know where to put it.
I mean, this is definitely above our average.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah.
Which our average is definitely like what 3.5.
Well, out of 5.
Yeah. So I'm putting this out of 4.
When you read Tomatoes coming at you, the look on your face, you look like a kid. It was so funny. It's so funny. I
was not ready for that part at all.
That was great.
I mean, I did like the breaking down of why he wanted to do this and why he was like running these tests and he was so obsessed with the book. But obviously,
meanwhile, the book was obsessing him.
The book was obsessing him through Samantha, and then having believed that there was something wrong with her, trying to make her feel better, which is what's driving him to keep running these tests and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I like how the first question he asks the fucking book was, "Why do you keep giving all the pigs a heart attack?"
Right.
Or why not just do that all the time?
Yeah. No, and that's the question that anybody would have done.
Know what I mean?
Anybody would have asked.
Open the book, heart attack.
Yep.
And this is coming off of a roll that we made last week.
Right.
So, I mean, we didn't necessarily roll this week, but this is still random. We never read this before. I still
like this path, though.
But having said that, next week, I do have somewhat of an idea of what I actually want to read.
All right.
Because it's nothing important, like nothing big happening. I would like to share with you this SCP. It is called The Flesh That Hates, SCP number 610.
Okay.
I have read bits and pieces of this one. I've seen this one being covered before, and this obviously has a fucking rating of 1,019 or 1,920. Pretty insane rating. This is, I'll give you prepare yourself for a blob, the blob.
Okay.
This is dope. And I want to read this next week.
Okay.
And this will be another long read.
All right, that's cool. Should I read ahead or should I be surprised?
If anything, I'll send you a link to something.
Okay.
Of what I have read or seen of it.
All right. I'm down.
But with that being said, so I mean, there's another one to look forward to. So, last week we said that we were going to start with this SCP today. Next week we're actually going to start with one that we're not rolling for. I want to do SCP-610 with Rob, The Flesh That Hates, because it is it's highly recommended.
All right.
For something that's 1,000, even though I feel like we've read stuff higher than that. But I don't understand how the rating system on this site works either.
It doesn't make any sense. It is the most...
But people say that this one is killer.
Okay.
So anyway, with that being said, thank you for coming over.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching or listening to this episode of the Safely Controlled Podcast. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you do not miss any future episodes.
Like it.
Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Do your due diligence and make the algorithm take notice.
Please.
Check out the shorts. We have shorts.
Yeah.
Share the shorts. Anyway, keep your ear to the ground for the next episode. Until then, we will see you.
Later.
Bye.